find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On play action, Lance. On the move to his left. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense, they can't get the stop here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Lance now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lance again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 33-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23. Here's Lance. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On first down, here's Mon. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Mon now off of play action. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Off the option, here's Williams. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Williams, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26.
And they go play action here. Mon. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
They'll try the option right here on third down. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's a game of 6. Brings up fourth down and less than a yard.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kellen Mond with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here, you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And now they'll throw with Lance. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. Now Lance. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue him a little bit.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Mond's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's got this down to the 35. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Bond's going to keep this himself. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's going to keep this again. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now a play fake. Lance. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Lance and company going on fourth down.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Mon looks to throw.
He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Derwin James on the cover.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Williams now on the return.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. The option to give to Williams here. And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets it up past the 35.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Mon.
His throw incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Off the play fake, Mon.
He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Now Mon.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. Now it's Lance.
Out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
I'm going to show you, man.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Vikings 10, Buccaneers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Williams to return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Mon going to throw it.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Complete to Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 17 yards.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Lance now on 1st down.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Off of play action, here's Lance.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
He's going to keep this again.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. On the return, Williams. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
17. Vikings 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Williams now on the return. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll start out here with the option left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
And it brings up third down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Lance looking to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
He's back to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 28.
And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Buccaneers, they improved.